Hi everyone, thanks for logging on to My Fox Hurricane. I'm meteorologist Valerie Mills. At this point, the tropics are showing some signs of life, though we're not tracking any areas of interest at this point. None of them flagged by the National Hurricane Center, but there are several waves that are kind of spinning up here in the Atlantic Basin, and we'll be keeping close tabs on them the next couple of days. We actually have 5 tropical waves right now, one in the central Atlantic, another in the eastern Atlantic, and actually 3 of those waves down in the Caribbean. So at this point, just some disorganized thunderstorm activity. Still quite a bit of Saharan dust. You see some of those brown colors drifting through parts of the Leeward Islands and the Caribbean. Still tracking quite a bit of that dust across the Atlantic Basin, but that's at this point in the season where the dust will start to break down. Water temperatures continue to heat up, and so we are going to really start to see this activity pick up come August and September is typically our peak of the season. And actually, as we look at the end of July and start of August, you see this pink color here shaded from the southeast coast through the northern Gulf. That's a very low chance of development, but an area that we are watching as we would typically expect this point of the year. A weakening cold front dives south into the southeast, and that along that boundary could allow for some areas of low pressure to spin up. We have seen them the last couple of weeks, mainly just some rainmakers. You remember Invest 93L and then another system we were watching. So it's a very typical setup, but at this point, a couple of waves in the open Atlantic are going to continue to move into some more favorable environmental conditions where overall close tabs on those will be kept the next few days. It's at this point where we do start to see out in the open Atlantic and the main development region start to show a little bit more activity. At this point, we're right on our D name. Dexter is next in line, and really we're kind of a little bit ahead of schedule. August 15th is when we typically see that name form, and so will it hold off for the next 2 weeks and put us back on average with when we typically see these named storms develop? We'll just have to wait and see here over the next week or two. But you see in July, we typically see most commonly these homegrown systems, just like with that cold front setup. A lot of them form in the Gulf off the Atlantic coast, and really the main development region not really open for business yet. A big part of that is the Saharan dust, but as we inch closer to the start of August, look at where we typically track our tropical development that really opens the main development region, and especially right around parts of the Caribbean. We see things really start to heat up. And so regardless, we will continue to watch all of those waves, as typically in August, we pick up on about 27% of our named storms, 34% come September. More updates to come right here on My Fox Hurricane.